Hi everybody, Gabby here with yet another battle a day. Today I'm playing my good friend Shannon, who did really well this year in Houston Regionals, just barely missing Top Cut. She's also a really amazing artist, so you should totally check her out on Twitter. I'm gonna put her link in the description. She's done some really awesome Pokemon doodles and stuff, so definitely check them out if you have a chance. So today we're gonna be doing just a one-off battle because I unfortunately don't have time today to record a best of 3 match. The other ones I recorded went basically an hour long if you include the time it took to upload and whatnot. So today we're just gonna keep it simple. Anyways, so let's see here. It looks like Shannon's using a very interesting team. She has a Virizion, a Clawtizer, Kangaskhan, Thundurus, Clefairy, and Heatran. Now, Kangaskhan Clefairy is definitely something that's been really popular on the East Coast right now. A lot of trainers like Angel Miranda, aka CT Mikoto Mikasa, I believe I said that right, has made it really popular. It usually holds Eviolite and will use Follow Me or occasionally Minimize to just try and both keep itself alive and keep its partner alive through its Friend Guard ability. It's definitely a very strong Pokemon. Pokemon like Thundurus is probably here to spread hacks, and then I believe Kangaskhan, Virizion, Clawtizer, and that Heatran are probably just here to spread damage and take names. So that being said, just looking at my team and looking what she has, I definitely want to be careful about who I bring. Clawtizer is kind of a surprisingly big threat, especially when I'm running Rain and kind of have weaknesses and stuff like that. It also gets Dark Pulse, which will probably one-hit my Metagross. That being said, I'm running out of time, so I'm going to start off with my Thundurus Politoed lead. I'm going to bring Scrafty in the back for some fighting type, just punch, and then Metagross to try and A, have something that'll definitely check that Clefairy, and B, just be powerful enough in general. I believe that between Rain, Politoed, and Scrafty, I should have enough checks in case she brings that, that Heatran along. So fingers crossed. Excuse me again. Alright, so she sends out the adorably named Puff Daddy. I gotta say, you win on the nicknames on this one. I don't even want to try and compete with that. Enter Thundurus, meaning that I wouldn't be surprised if we see, Thundurus trying to set up hacks. Maybe that Clefairy, Follow Meing. I'm not 100% sure. That being said, I'm actually going to just taunt straight into that Clefairy, and then I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam onto that Thundurus. Even if she does decide to follow me, I'll still do some damage, and the more important thing, though, is that taunt will prevent Clefairy from, setting up any other crazy tricks. So there's the Follow Me. Looks like her Thundurus outspeeds mine, which is really good to know. Which also unfortunately means I can't taunt, but I think I have enough on this team that I can kind of work around that, especially since I just froze that Clefairy. Sorry about that. Will Clefairy thaw? Stay tuned. Anyways, I guess I'm just going to start attacking. I wouldn't be surprised here if she goes for a Swagger or a Thunder Wave. Maybe a Thunder Wave onto Politoed, though my Scarf hasn't been revealed yet, so I'd be really surprised if she makes that play. I think if I were her, I would just maybe even take that Clefairy out of the battle for now. But that also might be my wishful thinking, because between Friend Guard, I don't know if doubling into that Thundurus will be enough to kill it, and I definitely don't want it spreading hacks on my team, especially since my only taunter has been taunted. So let's see what she decides to do. Poor Clefairy, though, it's just frozen help me! Kind of like Han Solo or whatever from Star Wars, because I'm a nerd. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like Clefairy stays frozen. It's worth noting that she did move first again, meaning that it was probably just an attempt to follow me. Thundurus presses the Swagger button. My Thundurus is confused. Politoed's Scarf is now painfully obvious, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see something else next turn. Will Thundurus punch itself in the face? It will not. Thunder does connect with that Thundurus and does... Ooh, a decent amount of damage. So knowing that, and knowing that, Alright. So if I were her, I don't think I'd set up Swagger anymore on Poly. I think I would actually try and paralyze my Politoed so I don't have the Scarf. Thundurus' Thunder will kill if it connects. While I'm a little bit afraid of whether or not it will... Oh, I don't want to switch into my Metagross either. That would be terrible, because then I could get paralyzed. You know what? We're just going to try and attack through the Hex. Clefairy thaws out, though, meaning that my attempts to kill her Thundurus before my team becomes a Hex disaster fail miserably. Politoed is paralyzed. Politoed gets fully paralyzed, and Thundurus snaps out of its confusion though, but I would not be surprised if we see another Swagger from her this turn, next turn. So, and I get a crit. So knowing that she's probably going to Swagger, I'm actually going to do something kind of crazy. I'm going to switch in my Scrafty, and yeah, oh well, Clefairy's Moonblast though. And Ice Beam will definitely not be enough to kill it. I take it back. I take it back. That's a bad idea. Because Scrafty is 4 times weak to fairy types, Clefairy could probably kill it with like little to no investment. So instead, I'm just gonna keep pressing the same attacks that I've done, knowing that she's probably gonna follow me Swagger and just hope that the RNG comes up on my side. Instead, she decides to attack my Thundurus. Very interesting play. Not really sure why she did that. Maybe she's hoping that the crit mattered and I won't kill with that Thunder, but yeah, that can't say I'm surprised about that. But Politoed is fully paralyzed for the 2nd turn in a row, meaning Thundurus lives to Swagger another day. Again, not too happy about that. Maybe she'll send in Kangaskhan now. Yep, okay. So I'm gonna switch in Scrafty now. Knowing that, let's see, I would fake out the Thundurus spot, or maybe just even go for the kill on Politoed. I'm not 100% sure what she plans to do here, but I don't want to switch in my Scrafty into that Politoed slot because I know that Politoed has enough health to survive whatever happens this turn, and having the 70% chance to kill that Thundurus would be really nice. So, hoping that she's going to go to fake out into the Scrafty slot. Kangaskhan does Mega Evolve. Again, no surprises. Nothing else on her team really could. She goes for straight to the Double Edge. Onto the Scrafty. That -1 is huge. Means I pretty much live to see another day. But not for much longer. Ooh, sorry. And the 3rd turn of paralysis on Politoed. This is not very good for me. Especially since we've already kind of proven that another Double Edge from Kangaskhan will kill my Scrafty easily. So here's the question. What do I do? Politoed is pretty much GG at this point. Well, I can pick to save one of them basically. And not gonna lie, it is super tempting to... Actually, how bad would that be if I switched in Metagross to that Scrafty slot? It's really tempting to sack Politoed in general right now because it really hasn't been pulling for me much this game, but in the off chance that Heatran's in the back, I don't know. It's really a gamble between if I thought she brought Heatran or if I thought she brought Clawtizer. And my gut is telling me that it's gonna be that Clawtizer just because it resists rain and I have a very aggressive front towards Heatran. So based off of that, I'm actually switching out Scrafty so I can get the 2nd level of Intimidate onto that Kangaskhan in hopes that I can live it long enough to Drain Punch it. And that Double Edge will do literally nothing to Metagross. Thundurus, however, is probably going to go for the kill on Politoed. Yep. Thanks for trying, Politoed. You did your best. No regrets. Sometimes you just get paralyzed 3 times in a row in the face. And now I'm going to send in Scrafty again, just so, you know, Uh, Kangaskhan's at -2, which is beautiful. And then, if I were her, I would actually try and set up more hacks here onto my Mega Metagross. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to protect, and I'm actually not going to attack the Kangaskhan slot, thinking that she's going to switch out. I'm just going to go straight for the knockoff onto that Thundurus, hoping that I can stop its Hack's Rain. And, alright, perfect. It is the Clawtizer. So ditching Politoed there definitely was the right play for me. Now the real question is, who did she attack with that Thundurus? Okay, Thunder Wave does go into the Metagross. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Knockoff goes into that Thundurus, but doesn't kill it. Oh, right, because she had Citrus Berry earlier. I'm sorry. I gotta figure out how to take notes during these videos. Crap. Well, that's not good. Alright. Scrafty needs more health. If she goes for the Thunder Wave onto Metagross again, I can switch in Thundurus here and not worry. If she attacks, though, with anything, then I can't do that. On the off chance she doesn't, I'm going to try and set up a substitute and then go straight for the Drain Punch onto that Clawtizer, hoping that maybe I can do some damage. And hoping that she decides to attack instead of set up more paralysis. I don't know, though. This is a really tough play. And, like, if I were her, I'd definitely paralyze something. Because that's Thundurus' best asset at this point in time. Those 3 fully paralyses on Politoed really hurt me, because if any of those didn't happen, Thundurus would have been dead a long time ago, and I wouldn't be dealing with this. So let's see what happens. She's taking a really... Oh, there we go. Okay, she did attack, meaning I do get the substitute up. Whether or not I keep it is another question. I'm hoping that maybe Drain Punch here will... Nope, will not outspeed and will not KO. But the good news is that I didn't die this turn, and maybe if I'm lucky, Drain Punch will do enough. I haven't seen much of Clawtizer to know exactly what it's running. It looks like it's incredibly bulky, though, which is not good for me. So this, again, this is really terrible. Alright, let's think. The best outcome for me right now would be Metagross not dying. And so really, if she Thunder Waves, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going for it. If she Thunder Waves, then I have a 30% chance of not hitting Iron Head. I'm willing to take that gamble, because if she doesn't Thunder Wave, then I outspeed and I can kill before it can attack. And then in terms of Scrafty, I could attack this turn, but I'm not going to get anywhere near killing that Clawtizer. Instead, I think I'm going to try and bulk up. Darn, she does go for the Thunder Wave onto Metagross, completely nerfing my speed. The real question is, do I still attack? I do still attack, so at least Thundurus won't be around anymore, which means I can kind of spread my own hacks with my Thundurus if and when Metagross dies this turn. Oh, nope, she goes for the Aura Spear onto Scrafty. Very good play. Scrafty was clearly the bigger threat. Because now with my, with Metagross paralyzed and with Kangaskhan coming out, like, yeah, there's really not much I can do here. I can protect and go for more paralysis, which is going to be the play that I make, so I at least outspeed that Kangaskhan again. But that still leaves that Clawtizer. and I don't really know them well enough to know if they carry something that can KO my Thundurus. Though honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she double-edged into Thundurus and did something else to Metagross, so it's really, nope, okay, the fully paralysis does not happen. Thundurus is definitely going down. No way I'm surviving that. That's good game for me. Just goes to show you how, like, if you don't play hacks well, like, some games it just, like, doesn't be it's not a factor at all, and then other games it's just like crap. So good game, Shannon. Very well played. And I'm gonna just try and attack here. I'm really curious to see how much damage that Clawtizer will do. Kangaskhan goes first, which means it probably was trying to protect. But Dark Pulse will connect. Again, perfect KO. Good game. If you liked what you saw, please check out Shannon on Twitter. Again, her link's below in the bio. If you liked the battle that you saw today, please like the video, subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Twitter. Send me a message if you want to play sometime. My schedule's a little bit erratic, but if we're online at the same point and you want to play a game, I'm definitely down. So yeah, good game, and my name's Gabby, and that was your battle of today.